Okay, we are doing a tear down on this GoKWh battery. So as we're gonna see why battery 1 never comes to the 3.4 something 5 and it never balance. The cover from the outside, the positive, negative. These are the stars. I think it's a M8 nuts or bolt, sorry, they have here. And this is the battery itself. So it has two wires here on the negative to compensate for the wire size, and like I said before, and this is number 6, I believe it shows right there, number 6. It's a soft wire, and that goes the BMS. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna try and remove this padded foam they put here. I don't know if it's easy to remove, but I think it's glued with the battery here. I think this entire pack have to just come out, but we'll try and figure it out. The BMS is down there. We want to get to the BMS and get it. I'm not going to use the word hack, but we want to try and see why battery 1 is not completely charged. It doesn't go to full charge, it doesn't balance. Maybe we can able to as per manufacturer advice, so tear down the battery and go into that and try to charge the cell manually with a battery charger, which I told them that I'm not gonna do because I don't have all the stuff. I don't know how the batteries packaged. They said the engineers said told MAI to go about this and discharge the high voltage battery cell, and charged up the low cell to come up so that they can able to balance. We will try that. We're trying to take this thing gently and carefully so that we can disassemble too much, because if I decided to use the battery back, or I decided to discard the battery back, we're gonna have another plan. What we're gonna do, maybe get rid of these cells in here and throw our cells in here and just keep the this plastic casing with the same specification, trying to get like maybe 100 amp cells that we're gonna put in here to replace whatever is this. Stay tuned. Just for safety precaution, we're trying to tape all the terminals so we can arc ourselves. It's not gonna kill you, but you just have to be careful. It can hurt your skin. So with the electrical charge or volts, the lower voltage, and these are 100 amp battery, so it can hurt somebody. You know, it depends how you can handle it, or maybe your skin. If it's tough enough, you might probably survive with that, but who wants to be in pain anyway? So safety, we're gonna tip that one as well. Now both of them are already taped, and I see a white wire there. I don't know if it's a temperature sensor, but we'll find out soon. This padding foam, heavy duty, and is sitting on top of the BMS, the Jabata, something like that it's called. So what I've done here in the process, I just stuck the flat, and it seems like there's nothing like a glue that holds it. Then I ran the flat all the way across, See, just like that. Make sure there's nothing glue holding it. I think it's just a tight fit, and they just drop this battery in. So that's what I've done to make sure there's no glue, and I'm trying to take this battery out. So I was successful to take this thing off. It's a padding they put here. You see, a glue. One of the sticker that holds it really firm. There it is, guys. So we have the cases right here. Okay. And there goes the BMS. And here goes the padding. This is the top. And this is the bottom that was holding. This is the only thing that was holding it. So what I've done, I got this guy. I was flipping it upside down, just shaking it vigorously like this, shaking it, holding on the sides here, and just shaking it vigorously, and it detached from here. So don't try and destroy the padding here the way they set up the battery, and it will just come out. So if you look at the thing right here, this is the B minus. Sorry for the shake on the camera. It's the B minus, and C minus. So this is where you discharge, and this is where you charge. This is the inputs, the negative, and this is where the load, the C. Okay, and here I think what we want to do is on top of this guy here, there's I think it's a temperature sensor right here, and I don't just want to go too much on this thing, but we already opened it to see. It has the H. Sorry, I'm trying to stay away from this glare. What it actually says here is NTC, and there's the H minus MBCON, something like that. But the wires are so tiny, which is exactly how the BMS thing's supposed to be. And I don't know if you can able to get it right in there. So that's the BMS. If you can able to read it, it's kind of like aluminum, and with the light on the camera, it says 100 amp. I can see that. So that's the address. There you go. DPPO4S007-S. I think version 1.6. So that's the BMS inside this thing. This is the MAC address. I think this is MAC address A5:C2:3. I think it's a 7:06:B6 that did. So if someone's thinking about hacking this one, well, good luck with that. So I think this is the MAC address. So I don't really care, but this is the battery, the one old module that came out from this GoKWh battery. This guy right here, that's the case. This is how everything was or is inside this case here. So let's wait for part 2. Like and subscribe. JW Solar USA, thanks for watching. This is how we get it out. This is the top. And it's a lot of padding. So stay tuned for part 2 where we're gonna check on the BMS. Like and subscribe.